about a question about the use of platform and how young age people are concerned about their use as well as the privacy. Let me just give you an example first to discuss about the how the interaction between the platform and the user in the context of the Hong Kong social movement in 2019. So when a protest, a lot of protests basically were organized by the Hong Kong peoples in 2019 without a central organizations to organize the protest. And majority of them basically were organized by normal people to use their mobile device to share information, to mobilize people to join the protest, to design a poster to draw people's attention, to update their geolocation and share with the other protest activists in the site. And even some of the people used the instant survey to collect different views to inform the next step, the decision making during the protest. So that is all some of the examples that I think definitely we can see around the world. The people, especially younger age people, who are be a heavy user of the mobile device. Basically, in Hong Kong, 100% of people have mobile device. They use them in the protest, and basically, I would argue that a lot of the protest was enabled by the use of technology. But back to the question that you mentioned about the concern about privacy issue by the younger age people. So I would argue that really depends on the context and under which circumstances we consider. There's also related to the interaction between the state platform as well as the user. Let me give an example also in the Hong Kong context. When we observe that the use of an organization of protest were largely done on internet, on the mobile device, on some of the platforms. So it's also collect large number of digital trace data. So it's also alert the Hong Kong people to pay attention to what data the platform collect during the process, and also what kinds of information they want to share and what kind of security level the platform provide. Let me give you an example. Before the protest in 2019, majority of Hong Kong citizens used private messaging system like WhatsApp. But during the social movement, a lot of people perceive that because of the background of the WhatsApp basically tied with the large company Facebook, they thought that perhaps they may move to another more secure platform. That's why they used extensively Telegram as the major platform during the social movement. But at the same time, as I just mentioned, because a lot of the digital trace data was collected, as also collected by the police. So a lot of the police basically make use of the Telegram data to prosecute protesters doing in many court cases. So this makes a lot of people last year, after the introduction of the national security law, a lot of people migrate to another platform, which is Signal, that also considered to be even more secure. So that also showcased a lot of people, including younger age people in Congo, basically concerned a lot about the privacy issue, especially under the context of this kinds of authoritarian control, as well as digital governance issues. So that back to the question, the digital platform basically provides the enabling power, but also can provide this kind of suppressive ability.